Hello everybody, it's Ginger here. Welcome back to another one of my videos. And today we're going to be back to my flowers. I love flowers. And today it's going to be more daisies. Now, back in my school days, we used to make daisy caterpillars. Do any of you guys have ever made daisy caterpillars? Do you even know what I mean when I say daisy caterpillars? Basically, you take a daisy, like more like kind of general grass daisies. So they're a lot smaller. They're about the size of a cent or a 2p piece in the UK, and they have a very long, thin stem. But they're very small, these daisies. They have a long, thin stem. Some have a long, thin stem. So you take one of those, and then what you do is you take another one, and you turn it over, and where the green part meets the stem behind all the petals, you pinch it out, and it leaves a little hole. And actually, that hole goes right the way through the yellow centre on the other side. So what you then do is you take your daisy head with the long stem, and you poke the end of the stem through the back of the daisy flower head without the stem, and you push it right the way through, and it goes through really easily, and you slide that all the way down to the bottom where it meets the head on the long stem one. And then basically you just keep picking daisies, taking the stem off and threading it on until you have a long white and yellow and green furry caterpillar of heads of daisies. They feel so silky to touch. You can run your fingers across them and they feel really silky to the touch. I mean, obviously there's the standard daisy chains, but you took them to a whole nother level when you made caterpillars. So we're going to be doing daisies today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a base layer. Just thinking, how dark do I want to go? I don't actually want to go too dark. Dark, but not too dark. What I really need is a darkish red. I want to go red for my underpainting, so what I want to do is mark out some of these flowers. So I want the main cluster kind of here, with some little ones there and there, another little one there, and then we've got this one kind of off to the side, which is there, which kind of helps take us off that way. So it gives the perception of an illusion that we're only seeing a small square of what is a larger picture, which is kind of how you want it, really. You want to be able to give people the feeling of more without having to go over the top and giving them more, because you can't always do that in a painting, and it's not always appropriate, you know, because you end up with too much detail and a lot of problems if you do that. So there's a thin one here, and we've got a open pointing one that way. Another one here. I'm just kind of picking the ones that visually make sense in this photo. So, you know, that seems good to me. I don't want to do too many, because otherwise it's going to get too complicated. So now I know I haven't got a lot. This is kind of like a dark brick red, for those that want to know. It's quite warm. It's a warm red. This is Council Made Tense Touch, so it's a sanded paper. So it is, I'll show you that way and then turn it. You can kind of see how much it's eating into this pastel, which is fine. This is a small chunk of the actual whole. It is dark quite a way up, so I want to leave space for, you know, all those background daisies that are blurry blobs but are there. Right, okay, well, that's better. Right, now we're going to get our water. I'm going to make this ridiculously messy. I'm going to start from the bottom up, because I could do this not running. Look how beautiful that colour is. I know everyone's very into kind of hot pinks and purples at the moment, but I like a good earthy tone sometimes. It just really is grounded. I mean, look at that, it's beautiful. How can you not like brick red? Who else here likes brick red? Put your hands up, or at least in the chat, put your hands up. Anyone else want to comment? Put it in the comments. what is your favourite colour for doing underpaintings in? If you were doing one colour underpaintings, what would it be? Would it be a red? Purple? It depends, well, I suppose really, even in this, you know, it kind of depends on your underlying tone in the painting. I want this to have a nice warm tone, so I'm using a warm colour. But I didn't have to use red. I could use a warm yellow, an ochre, an orange, a warm blue, a warm purple. But I chose red because I kind of like it, or at least this one anyway. So if you have any preferences, you know, please let us know. I'm going to drop the camera a little tiny bit. Not too far. There we go. Must have knocked you earlier. Sorry, you're all bouncy and getting seasick there. I've painted over some of these daisies, but that doesn't matter. It's going to be one of the things that I want to get in quite early on, just because I don't want to lose them. Right. How lovely that red is. Obviously it dries a lot paler, more like a kind of neutral colour. It's still pretty dark when you think about it. And I'm splatting water everywhere, and the cat suddenly is pricked up and looking at me like, what are you doing? Am I going to get wet? Do I need to leave? She's happy to chew on my paintbrushes, but when it comes to me rinsing paintbrushes, she's a mile before I've even considered it. Right. That's drying. I mean, you guys can see that in the video, but yeah, you can see that it's drying pretty fast, which is good. Now this is going to be another one of my quick evening paintings. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to get something down. I've had a long day at work. It's been tough this week, and I just want to, you know, have a little bit of creative time and have some play. Look at that, it's dry already. I love them when they tint stuff. It's so good for drying so quickly. What do I want? I want to put a purple down, but I don't want to put too dark purple down because I want to use the dark green anyway. But look, so this is quite a nice purple, and it's not. I'm going to try and keep it in streaks because there's a lot of very obvious stems in this reference photo, which I kind of like. I don't always like drawing in too many stems. I kind of like this. Can we look at that in? So there's our purple. And so what do we do? Yeah, I think I might need to go darken that, but I do want to keep that colour. I want to go darker than that, so I've got the pastel on a slight slant as I'm going up. Kind of smaller in this area, and then it kind of widens out to quite a bigger, darker area over here, which I'm just gonna put in. Right, there you go. It's looking suitably messy. Should I call that a work of art and call it quits? No. All the dust. Right, now I want to get in these daisies before I go any further. Do is I want to do it with a violet, or do I want to do it with a violet pink? I've got a nice violet pink, so it's not going to be the brightest colour, but it's going to be a lovely kind of mid-tone. So this is it here. I know it looks really, really light. It's not as light. For example, Yeah, I don't know if you can even see the difference between those two, but that one is darker than that one. But only just. Maybe I should go a bit darker, maybe, for this one. So, yeah, I might go this darker instead. Right. So, this one here is a weird... spiky one. Quite great, but what I really need is just to kind of just get that colour down. I've got a small one here. I'm not looking for massive details, although I keep picking up the green, which is not helping. I'm just looking for blobs. Just looking for blobs. I like that. Just looking for blobs. That kind of just gives me where they are. There's actually a little one here that I want to get in. It's not much, but it's just little. It does kind of tie in. There's also one here, which is kind of sneakily behind this one. It's not massive, but I kind of feel like I want that in there. You know, these shouldn't be loads of individual flowers, because that doesn't work. You know, that's not how nature works. Nature does not lovingly spread them all out as individual flowers. They are chaotic in some respects. You know, they crowd each other, they get in each other's faces, they have fun, they form little groups and little cliques, they entwine with each other, they have husbands, wives, children, little communities, but they do not, in nature, sit as regimented individual flowers. And that's kind of the fun of it, really, if you think about it. You want that. You want that random, chaotic nature that says, I'm a flower, I'm doing my own thing. Right. So you can kind of see where all these are, just helping. There. They also, these little daisies are like so many different shapes. You're kind of like looking at it going, what are these things doing? Kind of slightly wind battered. There's still some that haven't opened, which are really cute, like that. That hasn't opened. There's another one down here. Hasn't opened. There's also another one here. And then there's like a blob one there. And we've got this one, which I'm just gonna... It's slightly fuzzy in the reference photo, this one, but I just quite like the shape of it. And it's kind of a weird focal point, so I'm gonna stick that in there. And then it had this one next to it, which long on one side and then short at the front. And we've got this one up here, which is kind of a bit more kind of classic daisy shape. Up there. And it had another one underneath it doing almost the same actually, just slightly smaller. So I'm quite happy with how many daisies I've got down, but what I now do is I just want to add in just little patches of this colour where the rest of them are. So obviously the more you go up, this is where I'm putting all this, messed up that, but there we go. I'm going to put this violet across the top from. This is where, the further away, they the lighter colours kind of take over from the grasses, especially with flowers. So the further away they are, the more they look like you've got loads of them, and they kind of clump together to form like little bands and groups of colour, but not flowers. Now they're also very much in a vertical line when you look at them, and that it's distance that creates that, because whilst flowers are chaotic in nature and the way they're growing, when you view them from a distance, bunched together in fields and things, they tend to form natural lines. I've never really fully understood that, so if anybody actually knows this kind of scientific reason for why visually it looks like that, please go ahead and put it in the comments below. But otherwise, it's a strange phenomenon that's kind of nice. Kind of like it. Right, that's that. Okay, right. I need to get some of these greens in. A lot of this. These greens in the back. For this to go. Right. So this is one of my. Nope, this is a Mount Vision. So this is a Mount Vision. It's a bit more rounded at the top, you see? Kind of a bit of a telling sign for a Mount Vision. This is a Mount Vision 61. So it's a kind of yellow, it's a yellow-green. I'm not really sure how to describe it, to be honest. There isn't much of it in this, so I don't really want to bring loads of it in, but there is some, and mostly at the top where it's lightest and where the sun's hitting the most. Really enough, not in this top corner. There's some kind of dotted around, not much. More of it on this side than the other, because the other side's slightly darker. So there is some. Down here, but I've got more of the dark green to put in anyway, so I'm not too fussed at the minute. Right, that's better. That gives me light and dark. I'll put more of this dark in now and get a better idea where we're going. That's a bit better. So you can see we've got our swathe going this way, it's darker here, across to here, which is kind of what we want. dark in between all these. And yes, I know it still looks very messy, but we'll be pulling this all together soon when I start adding in next colours. So, what you want is to mark out the centres of these daisies. I also want to get in one of the other greens. So I had this green earlier. This is a blue green, so you can just about see. Maybe it's a slightly different colour. There's just bits of it every here and there, so I just want to add just little touches. I want it to be, it's supposed to be cooler in the distance, not the foreground, but in this case there is a lot cooler. A lot cooler in the foreground than it is in the distance. So it's a little bit deceptive really when you see it. Anyone wonders, I am stopping to drink in between. I have a glass of M&S tiramisu cream liqueur. So it's coffee chocolate cream liqueur with Scottish whiskey, single malt. It's really nice actually. I don't usually treat myself, but yeah, it's quite nice to have. I sincerely wish I could share it all with you. Solange, people, Solange. Right, try to decide, do I want to go for this? It's annoying me because I know that there is a very small amount of a greeny brown popping in here and there, which I kind of want to do, also kind of don't want to do. I'm quite liking it, so I'm going to do more of it. Right. Yep, still looking messy, but don't worry. What we're looking for a water green. Blue yellow. No, don't want that. New pastel. That's a bit better. bring some of this green back in. Right. Now, let's bring back the flowers. What I'd like to do is start with, we've got the white, we've got the violet, and then push this out. So there's one in the middle, and then we've got. I'm just grabbing the ball because I'm pressing quite hard. That's kind of what I want. And then that's kind of countered by this one. There's another one. Now I want to keep that light colour because actually it's only touch, it's only got a little bit actually catching the light. There's a bigger one that's in front of it is where the light is. So there's another one. We've got these little ones down here that are just so cute. There's another one. Hopefully you guys can still see alright, because the more I press on the board, the more it's kind of slowly sliding backwards. Okay, some I want to have more well-defined petals than others, some I don't. I just want to and then we've got another one here. So kind of, we got open that, and then this one here. All these little buds are so cute. that way. One that way. Like that. That makes sense. Oh, sorry guys. I need to knock you. Bring you too far. I'll make sure that you can actually see. Not the camera, it doesn't help. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? Now, down here, I think I've got two that are really close to, I've put two really close together. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'll do the bottom one, which is, and then behind it, and that. Right, you're slowly getting there. One here that's annoying me. There we go. These are all much the same as the other ones, but they're just a bit more flat. And what I want to do is add in like that. I don't want too much, but I do want enough to say, well, these are the other flowers in the background. Try and get things in different directions because at the moment it's very static. I don't like it. Just use my finger to kind of switch it out slightly. in this these centres. I'm going to use a really vibrant orange. This is a blue earth. This is 05A. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. And I just want to get that in because I'm going to be adding this lighter yellow over the top, so it makes no difference to me. But it gives me this beautiful ground. One there and then one there. See how much more that suddenly comes to life once you start adding centres, which is great. Right, what I want to do is I want to get in to the stalk. So, these with daisies, they also need to have this. This is the bit that holds the petals together. That's just starting to bring kind of some of the stalks in with this blue-green, which is fine because I'm going to add the lighter one in because, as you'll see in the photo, I might actually catch on quite a bit of this. Okay, right, we've got a bit more stalks in. This is still annoying me. It's just because it's easy too much. That's a bit better. It's still too blobby. Colours for the flowers, which got this yellow cream. This is another blue earth. This is Y7C. One of these days I'll work out actually what they mean, or at least take the time to research what they mean. I'm still not aiming for petals. I'm still not really aiming for anything. I'm just trying to get it right. This is kind of what I want. I'm gonna wander again, it seems. There we go. I'm gonna just keep these as the foreground ones. Because it's hiding that one behind, so I'm going to keep that one in the behind. Same with this one, but I want this one. Bright. This one. Just the tips of this one bright. And same with this one. That's a bit better. Right. Add some more of this in. I lost some of this. I will also add some of the darks back in. Because when you're working like this, you do tend to lose your darks as you work, and then you have to bring them back again, and you're like, oh, didn't even realize I'd lost them, but they do disappear when you work, and that's kind of one of the fun things. Working with pastels, you can kind of take things away and then bring them straight back again, which is fine. Let's rearrange you again. Every time I'm not looking, you've moved. Right, I want to bring this yellow in. I've got two yellows I want to bring in. One is a really rich yellow, this one, which if I can find them, but is Y5A. And you'll see, not really when I put this down, there's more yellow than the first one I put down. That's kind of what I want. And then I've got this bright yellow, and this just gives the final shine of there. It's not much, it's not that much difference, but it's just enough. This bright kind of lemon colour. Hey, that's a bit better. No matter what I seem to do, you keep getting on a wonk, but that's fine. Right. We wanted to bring our dark green back in, didn't we? We were kind of losing. because this is the darker areas and I do want to keep them darker, if you know what I mean. Yeah, also darker they're up here, so I need to bring some of this back in, I think. Not much, just a little, as it goes up. Lightly scratching it across the paper. I don't want thick marks. At the same time I do want kind of, you know, I want natural marks. Marks that basically say, well, I'm not a straight line. I don't need to be a straight line. I don't want a straight line. You guys think, but I don't think it's too bad. It's a nice little evening painting. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this session and hopefully I will see you all soon again. Remember to like and subscribe and remember to hit that alert bell if you want to receive notifications of when I upload my next video. Ta-ta for now.